Hi guys, this is Subhash Yadav. Welcome to my YouTube channel SJFC. So last night we saw how Chelsea managed to win against Crystal Palace. Though we didn't play that match up to our level, there were many missed chances, there were many misplaced passes. Tactically, we weren't that good. Pochettino, as usual, played players out of the position, but still we somehow managed to get that win. And at the end of the day, 3 points is all that matters. So in this video, we will be seeing the 5 things we learned from yesterday's match. Point number one. Right from the start of his Chelsea career, Mudryk looked raw. He looked out of place. Maybe it was also because he was coming from a very different league and he was getting into one of the top leagues, and this physicality, this pace of the Premier League was too much for him to adapt. The performances which he is giving in the last 5 games, it is showing that clearly he is adapting to the Premier League, he is adapting to the London lifestyle and all. So he is showing that on the pitch also. That goal against Crystal Palace yesterday and that goal against Newcastle is showing how he is reacting to the team adjustment, how he is reacting to the pressure, and it's a very good sign for Chelsea and us Chelsea fans, because we had brought that player with high hopes of him becoming our next best player, and if he gives performances in this way, I'm sure he'll be getting to those high levels. In yesterday's match, he did very well. He terrorized that Crystal Palace defense, especially in the first half. He was very good. He was excellent, and he got that reward also by getting the first goal. He could have got his second goal, but goalkeeper Henderson, he somehow managed to block it, and Mudryk couldn't get his second goal. But still, Mudryk had a very good game yesterday, and it is showing that Mudryk, if we show that confidence in him, if we give him more game time, he'll surely improve in the next coming days. Point number two, George Petrovic. When Sanchez got injured, many there were concerns that how will George Petrovic fit into the team, because we hadn't seen much of him. George Petrovic is putting very good performances as of now. When Sanchez comes, it won't be easy for him to straight away walk into this team, because yesterday he had a very assured, very calm game. He looks comfortable playing out of the box. He looks comfortable playing with the ball at his feet. He looks comfortable dealing with those crosses. He looks like a very assured, calm goalkeeper, even though Sanchez is very experienced compared to George Petrovic. But still, Petrovic has that sense of calmness, that stability a goalkeeper will bring to the team's defense. And I'm sure if Petrovic keeps giving this type of performances, Sanchez's position will be in doubt when he comes back from that injury. Point number three. Yesterday we saw we created many chances, especially Nicholas Jackson missed two huge chances. He got one chance, he blazed it off wide, and he got another chance, he dinked it past the goalkeeper and it also went wide. And he got a goal, but it was deemed offside. So it's looking like the problem more at the, if we look at the problem and if we look at the January transfer window we are coming, there have been discussions that we have been going after a defensive midfielder, a centre back, and a striker. But more than that, I think we need to go for a striker. Though there is a lot of, I acknowledge the pressure which is there on Nicholas Jackson, because he's coming from an entirely different league, and in his straight first season he's been drafted as a first team regular, and all our hopes and expectations of him playing and producing those performances is burdening him, and that looks on his performances also. He needs to adapt. He needs to bury those simple chances. If there was any goalkeeper, even no offense, but if a lower league, if a mid-table team striker was there, he could have buried those chances. But Nicholas Jackson is missing those easy sitters, and that's not something we, as a Chelsea fan, as a Chelsea striker, it's okay with. So Nicholas Jackson needs to up his game, but until then, we cannot rely completely on Nicholas Jackson. So in the coming window, I seriously hope that we go for Ivan Toney. If not, go for another established striker, not just some another 18-year-old, 20-year-old underachieved or inexperienced player. Point number four. Yesterday's match we saw how players playing at their respective positions will get the better out of them, especially in the first half. We saw how Malo Gusto was doing well at the right, Maatsen was doing bad. Maatsen and Colville had a very bad game because they were playing out of the positions. Pochettino needs to understand that playing players out of their position and expecting them to perform isn't fair on them, because these are young players. They don't know how to play in out of their positions, because Maatsen will look very uncomfortable playing at the right wing. He can play at the left back or at the left wing. Expecting them to turn up to in these matches and produce some match-winning displays isn't good on the players' part. Isn't fair on them. Colville also had a very off game, especially that first goal, first Olise when that scored that goal. Colville should have been there. He should have been marking Olise, but He wasn't there because he was playing out of the position. He was a few steps ahead of him. Actually, he was not in the box also because he doesn't know what position does what is the exact job of a left back. But sometimes he put some good performances playing at the left back, but that doesn't mean he is an established left back. It will take a season or two for him to get to understand that position and get to start putting those performances. Yes, obviously there is pressure on Pochettino to play Levi Colwill at all time, but playing him out of the position won't do good to either the player or the club. And Pochettino seriously need to reconsider that. We also saw how Matson was uncomfortable playing in that right wing role. I just hope Pochettino understands this and starts playing players at their respective positions instead of playing them out of their position and expecting them to do good in the coming matches. Point number, this game gave Pochettino a big relief because if Pochettino had lost this game, it was very much down to his neck only. Though we are winning the games, it doesn't look like that we have any strategies or we go with some kind of a plan in these games. There needs to be some organization. There needs to be something working as a team on the football pitch. Stubbornness of Pochettino playing players out of their position is hindering him a lot because playing Levi Colwill at the left centre back at the left back isn't working. Today Martin played at the right wing. It also isn't working because when we had madueke, why play Matson at the left wing? And when we have Matson, why play him at the right wing and instead of playing him at the left back? So these are all small, simple things, all small things which Pochettino I think is getting it wrong. In the second half, around the 55-56 minutes when we did those substitutions, he substituted Matson and Colwill for Lavia and Thiago Silva. Our formation became somewhat very confusing. Somewhat it became somewhat of a mess because Bisasi was started playing at the right back and Malo Gusto was sent as to play as a left back. Nkuku who started the game playing in the middle went out at the right and Lavia came in place of Gallagher and Gallagher started playing as a number 10. So with all these shuffles, even we as a fans seemed to get confused with like what was happening on the pitch, and it was evident that players also looked very confused about their roles, and it showed in our performance also. So if we need to get a win, if we need to get those 3 points, we should play well. Yeah, this game, if it was not for a penalty, it could have been ended up in a draw, and if it was not for Jorge Petrovic's excellent saves, it would have ended in a defeat for us. So Pochettino is relying more on players rather than the players relying on him for the tactics and strategies, because this isn't how a manager should work. The manager should be very tactically flexible. If something isn't working, he should be able to mend it and he should be able to bend it in his own ways and get the performances out of them. But Pochettino, right from the day one, he's doing those same mistakes. We saw in the first half of the season when Chilwell was not injured, he was playing Chilwell at the left wing and Levi Colwill at the left back. So right from there only, he has been doing these tactical experiments which aren't working for him. So I just hope that in the next Luton game, we just sticks to our basics. He just sticks to his basics and start putting players in their respective positions. And I'm sure that Luton game isn't going to be very easy on us because we are seeing how Luton has been giving performances, especially that the last Sheffield United game where they won against them. I just hope Pochettino sticks to his ways and he get that mental clarity he needs. Otherwise, I don't think that if he keeps doing like this and if we lose another 2 to 3 games, Pochettino's job may be seriously in danger. So this was my five things we learned video. If you like more content on Chelsea and around football, please subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot. This is Subhash Yadav signing off. I'll see you in the next video.